As the community rallied in the wake of Taylor's heartbreaking story, myriad voices emerged, each sharing tales of neglect that echoed eerily with their own experiences. Mothers spoke of the unease felt during routine visits from social workers. Fathers recounted moments when they hesitated to raise concerns for fear of scrutiny. And neighbors admitted to their regret over missed signs, moments when curiosity could have turned into action. A poignant photograph of Taylor surrounded by her favorite toys circulated widely, becoming a stark reminder of a child's innocence lost, compelling many to reflect on the fragility of youth in a system designed to protect them. Conversations blossomed into community forums, where citizens gathered, igniting a surge of collective energy fueled by a desire for change. Local leaders stepped forward, pledging to address the glaring inadequacies in existing welfare practices, voicing a shared conviction that every child deserved the security Taylor was deprived of, echoing in their heartfelt commitments. With every voice rising in unity, the fight for systemic reform intensified, inspiring legislative initiatives tailored to safeguard children like Taylor across the nation. As the momentum grew, activists initiated awareness campaigns that painted the reality of neglect in vivid colors, showcasing the profound impact such systemic failures have on innocent lives. Rallies surged across downtown Jacksonville, with signs that read "No more silent suffering" and "Every child matters," each one a declaration against complacency. Families united under the shared purpose of ensuring that no other child would slip through the cracks, demanding transparency and accountability from both local and military leaders. Despite the shroud of sorrow that hung over the community, a purposeful warmth emanated from the collective charge for justice, echoing a promise. Taylor's story would not be forgotten. They envisioned a future where welfare programs operated efficiently, where communication flowed without barriers, and where children felt seen and cherished. As the fight for Taylor transformed into a movement, the community remained unwavering, motivated by love and grief, weaving together the threads of hope that would ultimately shape new policies aimed at protecting future generations. Each meeting and every discussion slowly rekindled the notion that even amidst heartbreak, change could blossom, envisioning a legacy that not only honored Taylor, but fortified the safety and welfare of every child in need. The urgency of change manifested in local schools, where educators began incorporating vital lessons on the signs of neglect and the importance of advocacy for those who couldn't speak for themselves. Parent-teacher conferences became platforms for dialogue, where discussions moved beyond academics to the well-being of every child, fostering an environment of vigilance and support. Administrators rallied community resources, organizing workshops that equipped families with tools to recognize and respond to signs of distress in children, creating bonds that strengthened the fabric of community care. Reinvigorated by Taylor's story, participants left each session empowered, united by a collective resolve to watch over their children more closely. The echoes of Taylor's laughter became a rallying cry, reminding everyone that safeguarding reality must include both education and compassion, as they recommitted to ensuring every child felt valued and protected. As the community's determination solidified, local leaders introduced initiatives aimed at enhancing the training of social workers and law enforcement officers, ensuring they could identify signs of child neglect with greater sensitivity and urgency. Parents, teachers, and community members came together in workshops, where stories of Taylor and others left behind fueled discussions about vigilance. These gatherings became safe havens for sharing experiences and empowering participants to advocate for vulnerable children effectively. Through collaboration, they envisioned a network of support that would bridge gaps in communication and allow neglected children to be seen and heard. Each new collaboration renewed hope, reflecting a collective promise to keep Taylor's legacy alive and serve as guardians for the future. The passion ignited by Taylor's story fostered a newfound sense of responsibility amongst community members, who recognized the need for continued vigilance and support. Town halls blossomed with energy, as citizens shared insights on how to perpetuate awareness, ensuring that Taylor's plight never faded into obscurity. Grassroots organizations emerged, uniting volunteers driven by empathy, striving to fill the gaps left by systemic failures, and working tirelessly to construct a safety net for vulnerable children. Among those at the forefront was a former military spouse, whose determination to advocate for children in military families drew others into the fold, amplifying the message that no child, regardless of background, should experience neglect. Holistic approaches gained traction, with strategies focusing on mental health resources, educational programs, and family counseling initiatives that positioned community members as proactive caregivers. As the bonds of solidarity strengthened, a palpable shift occurred in Jacksonville, where love transformed sorrow into a robust framework dedicated to protecting children. Taylor's legacy, once defined by tragedy, now blossomed into a beacon of hope and a call to action, reverberating across the nation and inspiring a new generation of advocates committed to safeguarding every child's right to feel secure and cherished. As Taylor's story inspired resounding support, influential voices emerged, demanding tangible results from lawmakers and stakeholders alike. Advocates stood at the forefront, passionately articulating the necessity for enhanced policies and greater accountability within child welfare systems. Each testimony shared added urgency to the call for reform, transforming collective grief into a movement that sought to prevent future tragedies. In the wake of this tragedy, the community learned that safeguarding a child's well-being requires more than just awareness. It mandates ongoing commitment and collaboration across all sectors. Taylor's legacy served as a guiding light, compelling society to ensure that all children experience the love and protection they deserve, fostering a future devoid of neglect.